gets here tonight, it's only as close.
At their old facility. At their old facility.
Did you read that thing?
I didn't read it. She told me about it though.
It's
And if anything, I'll get it
I heard about it.
updated.
Had
like when it's all redone.
meeting with Jim Seatman today.
Morning, ladies.
Yes, and Jim says?
Yeah, he was just talking about his proposed project, Arrowwood. He's waiting, he's not in a hurry.
Yeah, the Crosspoint Church.
When I went to Newman's and Carroll.
Street in Oconomowoc. Good evening.
You want to move the mic over so they can?
Sure.
There you go.
Thank you. So I wanted just to put on public record that I submitted through via email a recommendation and/or proposal for a technology committee. And cities all over the country, from small to large, are really focusing on this issue so that they can take advantage of opportunities as well as diminish any type of challenges that might be coming with this issue. So I ask for your consideration of that. And then also that if you do decide to put together a technology committee, that there could be somebody from the wireless industry as well as from the public health and safety advocacy area, so that there can be perspectives from all sides of the issue also working with you on making decisions for our city. And then I think it would be a fresh, kind of exciting idea to have somebody from the youth initiative, whether it be a high school student or a college student, because their future is really going to be affected by this technology and what decisions you all make. And so I think it'd be interesting to have their point of view on this type of committee. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Seeing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Tonight, on the consent agenda, we have licenses, and then we also have several easements. So we need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Alderman Zwart.
Aye.
Alderman Stray.
Aye.
Alderman Kavieski.
Aye.
Alderman Miller.
Aye.
Alderman Rozak.
Aye.
Alderman Shaw.
Aye.
Alderman Ellis.
Aye.
Alderman Spiegelberg.
Aye.
Okay, committee reports, public services. First item is consider act on an ordinance to repeal and recreate section 14.30 of the municipal code regarding electrical regulations adopted. Do we need a motion to give the ordinance its first reading?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Mayor. Item before you tonight is driven by changes in the state law that took place in the second half of 2018. The city will now be required to register in order to provide electrical inspections on commercial farms, those types of properties. The city has submitted its registration application. The cost of this is $55 every 4 years. Part of the requirements of being able to provide those inspections is that we adhere to SPS 316, which is now being incorporated into our ordinance by reference in the ordinance that's before you tonight.
Thank you, Mark. Any questions? Seeing none, we have a motion and a second on the floor. Call the roll, please.
Alderman Zwart.
Aye.
Alderman Stray.
Aye.
Alderman Kavieski.
Aye.
Alderman Miller.
Aye.
Alderman Rozak.
Aye.
Alderman Shaw.
Aye.
Alderman Ellis.
Aye.
Alderman Spiegelberg.
Aye.
Seeing this is an ordinance, is there anyone that would like to waive the second reading?
I'll move to waive the second reading.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Call the roll, please.
Alderman Zwart.
Aye.
Alderman Stray.
Aye.
Alderman Kavieski.
Aye.
Alderman Miller.
Aye.
Alderman Rozak.
Aye.
Alderman Shaw.
Aye.
Alderman Ellis.
Aye.
Alderman Spiegelberg.
Aye.
Okay, Utility Committee, we have one item. Consider act on a resolution awarding contract for sanitary sewer hydraulic capacity study. We need a motion to approve the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Kevin?
Wastewater Department sent out request for proposal for the sanitary sewer hydraulic capacity study. 10 firms got the proposal. We received 4 actual proposal bids. The services that are supposed to be supplied by the consultant is evaluate the hydraulic performance of the existing sewer system, identify capacity deficiencies in the sanitary system, recommend potential sewer improvement projects to correct identified problems, and the consultant's also supposed to develop a sanitary sewer hydraulic model. The model will be used to perform the capacity analysis of the city's sanitary sewer system, including the sanitary districts, and prepare a master plan of recommended capital improvement projects to address and identify capacity deficiencies in large pipes. We use the QBS, city's QBS process. Through the technical process, we had Strand & Associates came out equal to SEH in the technical part, and then we added the cost in, again, the way the city QBS program is, and Strand Associates came out as number 1 at $74,500.
Thank you, Kevin. Do we have questions? Kevin?
Have we used them before?
Not that I know of at wastewater.
Any other questions? Nothing? We have a motion and a second on the floor. Call the roll, please.
Alderman Zwart.
Aye.
Alderman Stray.
Aye.
Alderman Kavieski.
Aye.
Alderman Miller.
Aye.
Alderman Rozak.
Aye.
Alderman Shaw.
Aye.
Alderman Ellis.
Aye.
Alderman Spiegelberg.
Aye.
Okay, moving on to staff reports.
Nothing this evening.
Reports and comments from the mayor. I have a couple things. I had a chance on Saturday. I was invited to, by the high school to speak in front of the JSA. They had a event called PartyCon, which was a political, it's a political group, a group of kids for politics, and they wanted to know stuff about how we do things in government, and just went through the presentation with how we're situated, how we're formulated with our form of government with the city administrator and department heads. Very interested group. They had asked a lot of questions, and I thought it was really nice to see kids. You always hear how kids don't do things, and well, this group of kids was really involved, and I thought it was very nice to see. So I was glad they asked me, and I'm glad I did it. Second item is this Friday morning, I will be giving the State of the City address again to a group in Waukesha, the Waukesha County Business Alliance Executive Committee. Friday morning at 7:30. It went over very well. It is out on YouTube now if anybody wants to watch it. So it's the one that I did at the community center for the chamber. So it's there, and if everybody wants to see it, it's out there. And then also in 2 weeks from yesterday, we'll be having a town hall meeting at Shorehaven. Monday afternoon, 2:30. Lou and I will be out there answering questions. Anybody else who wants to come is welcome to come. It'll be at their Life Enrichment Center, so that'll be during the day on Monday, the 18th, I believe it is.
What time is that again, Mayor?
2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, 2:30.
Dentist hour.
Hey, Mayor,
I might have to work. I might have to work.
where were the students from?
The students are all from the high school.
From the high school?
Yes.
Well, that's
It
good
was
to
in the
know.
East Campus.
Oh, that's good to know because we have a lot of things we do with the Legion as far as, Badger Boys
It's
and
it's
this and that.
the JSA group, Junior Statesmen of America, or
Mhm.
juniors, I can't remember exactly what it stands for.
And then Shore Haven is when?
Raven is on the 18th,
Can
which
you
is a
come and
Monday.
Can you come and get me out of my room?
Just walk down,
Okay, I can't walk. I'll be in a wheelchair.
wheel down. Reports and comments from Alderman? Go ahead, Derek.
First of all, I'd like to set the record straight that I am not the chairperson for the Public Service Committee. The minutes were wrong. If you look at the city website, Mike is.
It is. It is that right away.
And so luckily you started the meeting anyway. And then the other comments I have is,
Got it from there.
over the past 3 months, we've been getting information on our contracts for our street services, and I feel very strongly about discussing those. The mayor's offered to have people come in and meet with him privately or in groups of twos ahead of time. I'm not sure why that's necessary, but I do want to discuss this open and publicly at
It will
some
be.
point. Okay,
It will
I
be.
want to make darn sure because the information is a little overwhelming to me, so.
No, it will be an open, it will be discussed openly. We just wanted to do it individually, just to get more questions answered and spend some more time, dig more in depth. But everything else will be out in the open. There's nothing to be hidden.
Okay.
Any other comments?
Yeah, I'll echo Derek's comments on that. I was a little, I guess I didn't understand why we wanted to do private meetings on this issue. I think it should all be in the open.
It will be an open. It's just, sometimes it's best to talk about some things ahead of time, just so that we're all on the same.
And just as a point of order, is this a chance for us to debate this
No,
issue?
No,
My understanding is Alderman comments.
go ahead.
So I agree that I think this should be discussing open session. This is state tax money, or this is, our community's tax dollars. I think this is a big issue, and I think it needs to be in the open. I don't think it should be done behind closed doors.
Any other comments? Seeing none, we have a closed session. We need a motion to go into closed session per Wisconsin Stats 19.85 paren 1 paren E, deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties and investigating of public funds or conducting other specified public business, whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. Village of Lac LaBelle wastewater treatment agreement and creating a sellable lot at 630 East Wisconsin Avenue. So we need a motion to go into closed session.
I'll make that motion.
We have a second.
Second?
Call the roll, please.
Alderman Zwart.
Aye.
Alderman Straig.
Aye.
Alderman Kavieski.
Aye.
Alderman Miller.
Aye.
Alderman Rozak.
Aye.
Alderman Shaw.
Aye.
Alderman Ellis.
Aye.
Alderman Spiegelberg.
Okay, we're in closed session. We can start right away since we